2017 was a great year for video games. We finally got the long-awaited release of the Nintendo Switch, and it brought with it a great lineup of games. We also had other big releases on PC and other consoles. However, as I do not currently own any other consoles other than those made by Nintendo, I will focus on PC and Switch for the games I've played. That means there will be no Horizon Zero Dawn on the list, although I'm tempted of getting a PS4 just to play it. Remember, this is my list, which does not necessarily reflect what you played and liked the most. My name is Kalarath, and this is my top 5 games of 2017. Number 5. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. PUBG made a great impact by hugely popularizing the Battle Royale game mode again, which had earlier mainly gotten traction from games like the Arma series and H1Z1. Now everything wants to be Battle Royale, be it Fortnite or even Grand Theft Auto. PUBG took it another step by having a more diverse arsenal of guns, more realistic graphics, and possibly one of the key elements was the addition of both a third-person and a first-person perspective mode. This made the game appeal to many more. Playing it as solo, duo and four-man squads have each different tactics, and it gives the game a huge replayability. Number 4. Cuphead. This game caught me by surprise. I had heard of it for a long time, but kept hearing that it wasn't a good experience as it was way too hard to be fun for anyone. But they were wrong. This game is relentless, but it's so rewarding. The controls are on point and the graphics are beautifully hand-drawn like the 1930s cartoons we've all seen and loved. The soundtrack is cheerful jazz, perfectly accompanying the intense gameplay. The levels are diverse with difficult platforming and complex boss fights. Just remember to not throw your controller in rage. Number 3. Super Mario Odyssey. This would probably be higher up on many lists, but hear me out. I love this game, but to me, Mario's strength isn't 3D games. What I love with Mario is platforming, but in 3D games, the camera is my greatest enemy of them all. Having that said, this is probably my favorite 3D Mario game of all time. I was a bit disappointed in the selection of bosses and their abilities, but the worlds to explore make up for that quite some. Being able to play it on the go also makes it more accessible and easy to pick up and play. I just recently finished the game, and I plan on spending the rest of the holidays on finding the rest of the Power Moons out there. Number 2. Sonic Mania. I waited 23 years for this game. Growing up, I loved Mario and Sonic, and although I never had a Sega system of my own, I used to play all the classic Sonic games over at my friends' houses. Some years later, Sega tried to launch Sonic 4, but it was pretty much a disaster and not what the fans wanted, and the Sonic 3D games are barely worth mentioning. Along came Christian Whitehead and his team to create a beautiful and retro-feeling sequel inspired by Sonic's golden age. It even had remakes of popular levels from the past games like the Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic 2 and Flying Barrier Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. The music is awesome and the controls work beautifully, and I was smiling from ear to ear playing through the game. With the exception of the oil boss, because he is a jerk. Number 1. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. You knew it had to be here, and the hours spent this year in this game alone warrants its spot. Even after spending hundreds of hours in-game, I still discover new locations and new references. I recently finished the newest DLC campaign, Champion's Ballad, and while it has some questionable ideas like a motorbike and the most unforgiving intro quest I've ever seen in a Zelda game, it felt rewarding and fulfilling to go back to Hyrule one more time, and it has invigorated me to finish my shrines. What makes this game truly outstanding is the Switch, as I now have access to a vast and big game world on the go. So many times I've farmed materials or explored and searched for a couple of shrines while doing my daily commutes. It truly enhances the gameplay to be able to bring it with you wherever you go. As I've done so, this is truly my number 1 game of the year. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of this video. As I am new to YouTube and this format, I would appreciate any feedback. If you liked what you saw or disliked what you saw, please leave a comment below. Also, please subscribe to the channel and follow me on social media. The links are in the description below. And I will hopefully see you soon. Thanks for watching.